Hey everybody, this is Rabbitearsblog and welcome to Requested Videos Week. Today's TV show review is one of the lesser known spin-offs of the Rugrats franchise, Angelica and Susie's Preschool Daze, also known as Rugrats Preschool Daze. This video was requested to me by TotallyLisaCartoons and you can check out their channel in the description box below. Angelica and Susie's Preschool Daze was created in 2005 and aired in the United Kingdom, but it didn't premiere on Nickelodeon United States until 2008, around the same time that All Grown Up, another spin-off of Rugrats, was ending their run. This show was based off an episode of Rugrats where Angelica and Susie are seen attending preschool, and it was supposed to air before All Grown Up was created, but due to the success of All Grown Up, it was forgotten about for a couple of years. Now, before I get into what I liked and hated about the show, I would like to give out a brief summary on the show. Basically, this show just details Angelica and Susie's adventures in preschool, while they meet up with characters like Savannah, Harold, and Miss Wiener, their preschool teacher. Alright, so before I get into my thoughts about the actual show itself, I would like to give out my thoughts on the premise of the show. First of all, the fact that the show is mainly about Angelica and Susie's time in preschool is a decent premise, but after watching the other spin-off of Rugrats All Grown Up, I felt that having a spin-off series about Angelica and Susie going to preschool was not really needed since Rugrats pretty much covered the idea about the main characters being young, and All Grown Up was a way to move the characters forward into their lives by making them preteens. Though when I read about how this was meant to be the first spin-off series for Rugrats, but was pushed aside because of All Grown Up's success, I guess there was a need for this series. Anyway, what I did like about this series was the fact that the same voice actors who voiced the original Rugrats, Cheryl Chase, who voiced Angelica Pickles, and Cree Summer, who voiced Suzy, are voicing these characters again. And every time I heard their voices, I'm always reminded of watching the same characters from Rugrats, which I have so many fond memories of watching when I was little. It was also interesting to see a show where Angelica and Susie are in preschool, and we get to see them interact with other kids besides the Rugrats. Now, here are some things that did irk me about this show. For one thing, I didn't really care for the new designs of the characters as their eyes are too shaded on the sides, and they look a bit more abstract than usual. Even though I like the bright colorings of the characters look way too different from how Rugrats and All Grown Up were drawn before, and it constantly distracted me from the show. Also, even though the show stars mainly preschoolers, I felt that the humor had dumbed down a bit due to the theme of preschoolers being the focus of the show. Now, I brought this up because when I was watching Rugrats, the show had humor that adults were able to catch on that made the show very clever to watch for both adults and kids, despite the fact that the main characters are all babies and two toddlers. Yeah, I know it's a bit unfair to compare Rugrats with Angelica and Susie's Preschool Daze since both shows came out during different times. Rugrats came out during the early 90s, where kids shows could have adult content and slightly get away with it, while Angelica and Susie's Preschool Daze came out during the mid-2000s, where kids shows can't really get away with the adult content. But I guess it's because I wasn't really into gross-out humor, and this show does have plenty of gross-out humor that slightly made me cringe a bit. Angelica and Susie's Preschool Daze ran for one season with a total of 4 episodes, making it the shortest running Nicktoons to ever premiere on Nickelodeon. Overall, I'm giving Angelica and Susie's Preschool Daze a question mark, meaning that this show was average to me. I like the fact that this show actually explores Angelica and Susie's time in preschool, but without the clever humor that made Rugrats popular, sometimes this show was hard to sit through. Is this a show that I would watch on a day-to-day basis? Well, I say it all depends on my mood, and I would still recommend the show to anyone who is a fan of Rugrats in general. Well, that's my TV show review on Angelica and Susie's Preschool Daze, and I want to thank everyone who requested videos for me to review this week. If I haven't done your requested video for this week, I'm really sorry about that, and I'll try to get around to your requested video for my next requested videos week. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and be sure to check out more of my videos in the near future. This is Rabbitearsblog, and I'll see you later.